But
Yeah.
talk about just leaving, because I know it must not have been easy for you.
No, it's tough. I mean, it was tough because I was there for a while. And the transition, well, my son was coming to high school here. And I knew I wasn't coaching here, but I wanted to watch him play. I wanted to be more a part of that. And then I have younger sons. They started playing football at the youth level. So now I can coach them 24/7. Before that, I would come in, help out now and again. So now it's like with my young sons playing 5th, 6th grade football, I'm watching, going to all my kids' games. Because at the time, we would play Friday and Saturday games because the schedule's a little bit different. So would have probably interfered with Pingree a little bit. So that's what I wanted to kind of focus on them. But it was tough. You're with the AD for 6 years, right? You're with the trainer for 6 years. And you're with the kids. And it was more a letdown of the kids, disappointing them. So it was a tough transition. Fortunately, they got a good coach in there, which helps because Pat was on staff with us. At the time, his son came on board, and I was like, I've known Pat for a long time. I'm like, dude, we need a strength coach. You want in? I'm all in. And he was awesome for us. His energy he brought, kind of made us get rejuvenated for that last year for those guys. That helped too. I knew he was probably going to apply. So that made me feel a little bit more that I wasn't leaving him hang. But yeah, that was a transition. It was time, and I kind of wanted to see my son play. Ending up here was just kind of like, I worked at Masco last year. Pat Sheehan, Neil Weidman was the offense coordinator, who was Hudson's dad.
I had a great year, Coach.
Yeah, great year. We turned in, I was doing O-line, D-line, working with Neil on the offense. We were working together. Pat's a friggin' awesome coach. I got to tell you, there were other jobs at the prep level that were opening, that there was opportunity that I discussed and talked, and I was like, you know what? I don't think it was going to happen. I just really loved the public school energy, and I loved working with those guys. It was awesome. It was really good football guys, and the reality of it was, I'm just coaching my guys, helping with the offense. Pat has to deal with all the BS, whether it's dealing with parents, buying equipment. Mike, can you be here to help out pass out pads on Tuesday? Yeah, I'll be there. I'm not the one getting, all that kind of stuff. But those head coach, right? You got to do everything, and I'm finding that out here now, right? But I loved it. It was a great experience, and I got to watch. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's so many things I'm going to take from them and use. As successful as I was at Pingree, as a coach, man, somebody's always doing something a little bit better. And it was great. He took stuff from me, and I loved it. There will be drills and stuff and philosophies and attitudes that I'll take from him, and I'll use it for this team right here. So it was a great learning experience for that. And then, being in town, living around, and having my son go here, then this job opened up. Tim, had an opportunity to go back to Essex Tech. It makes sense, right? He works there. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a no-brainer. There was no expectation that was going to happen. And then when it did, it's oh man, I think everybody in town I was walking down just trying to get a coffee at the Dunkin' in town. Hey, the jobs? Hey, were you going for the job? I was like, oh God. I told my wife, I'm like, man, I think I better go for the job. But, I'm happy. When I finally decided, hey, get over the fear of coaching my son, what that dynamic is interesting, knowing people, personal level. Pingree was great. I got to know parents, but it wasn't any personal connection necessarily beforehand, right? And that's what's changed with high school athletics. Parents have changed. They're much more involved. I remember my dad at the time, he would, I don't think he ever talked to my high school coach. Yeah. Said maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe when, oh, thanks coach, he's going to college. It's not like that anymore. Having that history, knowing all these kids. I coached on the team now, most of those kids, I coached in youth football. So that was that's a big reason why I was holding back. That's a just different dynamic I've had to deal with. Because you don't want to ruin relationships over who plays, who doesn't, this wins and law, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, right, as soon as I said I'm all in, I haven't been happier, and I love coaching my son. It's just great watching him grow. And when you're a football dad, and I was never a guy in any of my youth sports that talk to the coach. I'm like, listen, I always tell people, I hear dads say, you go grab a post, man. Go ahead, sign up. You want to coach. Don't sit here yelling, you know what I mean? But I'm sitting there going, oh, Joe, you should do this. And I'm like, maybe I'll coach, So it's great. It's great. And it certainly helps having the new facility, which is going to be awesome for the kids, awesome for the school. I think it's going to re-energize everything. And I do think it's going to keep kids in the system, right? Maybe going to private school. All that dynamic's changing too, that, it's going to be a place where, you want to stay and play. I mean, we're in the weight room right now, and I tell you, it's a great weight room for a public school. It's great. And there's more equipment. There's more room to grow here too. So